بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. How are you, my students? I hope that you're happy and healthy and ready for today's lesson, which is Unit 4's conversation. So we'll be hearing today conversation between 2 or maybe 3 people. So you have to pay attention. But before we do that, let's revise what we previously took in the previous lessons. Remember, a gerund is the ing form of a verb used as a noun. Remember, we took the gerund as a subject and also as an object. What is a gerund? It is the ing form of a verb, but it's used as a noun. If you remember, we studied gerunds used as object, answering the question what, after certain verbs. In this unit, we will study gerunds used as subjects. If you remember, we studied gerunds as subject and also as object. A gerund phrase is a gerund with other words, for example, watching sports, getting in shape. So these are gerund phrases, a gerund phrase. So gerunds as subjects, a gerund or a gerund phrase can be used or can be the subject of a sentence. If you remember, swimming uses more muscles of the body than almost any other sports. So this is gerund as a subject, not as an object. Also here a gerund phrase, watching sports isn't nearly as fun as playing them. So watching sports here, this is a gerund phrase. Also, it's the subject of the sentence. Make a gerund or gerund phrases negative. How do you make them negative? By adding the word not before the gerund. Remember, before the gerund, not after the gerund. We also took the superlative with present perfect. The superlative we added to the present perfect. For example, here, this is the most exciting sport event I've been in a long time. This is the best movie I have ever seen. This is the best film or the best movie I have ever seen. So this is a superlative plus the present perfect. We took some examples here also that you complete. The most exciting game I've ever seen is, the most interesting film I've ever seen is, and so on. So these are today's objectives: to illustrate a picture using the real talk phrases, survey a satisfying job, use the real talk phrases in new sentences, practice asking for a favor. So I'll be asking for a favor today. Have you ever competed in an important sporting event, a big school game or an individual competition of some kind? So this is a question for you. Have you ever competed in a sporting event, maybe at school, outside school? This is the question again. Have you ever competed in an important sporting event, a big school game, maybe there's a tournament in the school or between schools maybe within your city, or an individual competition of some kind? So have you ever competed? Have you ever felt the thrill of competing against many competitors other than yourself, and so on? How did you feel before the game or the event? Before the game or before the event, how did you feel? Were you nervous? Were you excited? Were you happy? Were you scared? So how did you feel? Were you nervous? So this is an important question also. Were you nervous? The other question here, how did you feel while you were playing or doing the sport? So during the event itself, while you were playing, how did you feel in the middle of the event? Again, how did you feel while you were playing or doing the sport? So maybe in the beginning, before the event, you were nervous, but maybe after you started, you felt relaxed, you felt enthusiased, maybe excited. What advice did other people give you? Of course, before any major event or major sport competition, many people will give you advice. Do this, don't do this, do that, don't do that. Be patient, don't be scared, and so on. So what kind or what advice did other people give you? So what sport are these for? What sport are these for? Of course, you can see here these shoes that are attached to blades underneath them, and they are on ice. So Can you guess what kind of sport or what is the sport here? Again, what sport are these for? Of course, you know that many sports maybe use the same kind of shoes here, the one that has blades underneath them and then on ice. But can you tell maybe here what are these shoes for? Okay, let's see the answer here. They're for figure skating. Figure skating, how did we know? The design and the tips of the blades show that these are figure skates, not speed skates or hockey skates. So different sports that use skating on ice use different blades. So these are figure skating. How did we know? Again, because of the design of the tips of the blades that show these are figure skates. They are not speed skates or they are not hockey skates. So they are not for speed skating or hockey skating. They are for figure skating. So you're going to hear someone who is about to skate in an important competition talking to his coach. Again, you're going to hear someone who is about to skate in an important competition. So maybe he's scared there, maybe he's nervous, talking to his coach. So maybe his coach is trying to encourage him to get to the competition and do his best. Maybe, I'm guessing here. So this is the conversation between the coach and Barry. So let's listen to the conversation here.
After 2 years of training, we're finally at the regional skating competition. How does it feel, Barry?
Actually, not so good. I'm not sure I'm up for this.
What are you talking about?
What if I mess up?
You're not going to mess up. You've been practicing day and night. You have your routine down pat. Skating in front of those judges is going to be a piece of cake. Now, I want you to take a deep breath and exhale. Trust me, you're going to knock their socks off.
Do you really think so?
So before we complete the conversation, as we see here, the coach is asking Barry after 2 years of training. So he was training really hard. We're finally at the regional skating competition. How does it feel? He said, not so good. So maybe he's nervous here. Not so good. I'm not sure I'm up for this. I'm not sure I'm up for this. Maybe he lost his confidence. So what did the coach say here? What are you talking about? He said, what if I mess up? So he started thinking about maybe he will fall down, he will mess things up. What if I mess things up? So he's getting nervous, he's getting scared here. Negative thoughts are swarming in his head. He said, you're not going to mess up. We've been practicing day and night. We have been practicing day and night. Every day we have been practicing, so you have to believe in yourself. You have your routine down pat. Skating in front of those judges is going to be a piece of cake now. So a piece of cake, is it easy or hard? Of course, it's easy. Piece of cake means easy. Now I want you to take a deep breath and exhale. Trust me, you're going to knock their socks off. Do you really think so? So let's continue the conversation here.
You bet. I have total confidence in you. You have the guts and the talent to win this competition. There is no doubt in my mind that you can do it.
Okay, I feel better. I'm psyched.
You'll be on in a few minutes. You should get your skates on. Where are your skates?
My skates? Oh no, I left them in the car.
So continuing here, the coach is showing his confidence in Barry. He said, you bet, I have total confidence in you. You have the guts and the talent to win this. So he's saying that you have the talent, you have what it takes to win this competition. I have a strong feeling about you. I have total confidence in you. There's no doubt in my mind that you can do it. So what did Barry say here? He said, okay, now I feel much better. He said, okay, I feel better. I'm psyched. I'm excited. You'll be on in a few minutes. So in the ending of the conversation, we can see that Barry forgot his shoes in the car. Of course, he forgot them because he was very nervous. That's why he forgot them. So real talk here, up for is ready for. Up for means ready for. When I ask you, are you up for something? Are you up for something? It means that, are you ready to do this? Are you up for it? Are you ready? Mess up, make a mistake. When he said, I am afraid that I'm going to mess things up, it means that he's afraid that he will make some mistakes. Down pat at the point of perfection. Down pat at the point of perfection. You bet, of course. When someone says, you bet, this means that he is agreeing with you. It means, of course. Guts, courage. When you say you have the guts to do this, it means that you have the courage to do this. You have the guts, you have the courage. Psyched, excited, and psychologically prepared. When he said, I'm psyched, it means that he is excited and also psychologically prepared. So he's prepared mentally and physically. He's excited about it. Work with a partner and ask and answer questions about sports or other topics using the expressions. For example, are you up for a game of basketball after school? So these expressions that we took previously in the real talk, try to ask some questions using these expressions to your colleague. Again, work with a partner and ask and answer questions about sports or other topics maybe using the expressions. For example, are you up for a game of basketball after school? You want to say to your friend, you want to play with him basketball or football or maybe video games. So you ask him, are you up for it? Are you up for a football game after school? Are you ready? So up for means ready, if you remember. Did you ever mess up during an important game? Did you ever mess up? Mess up, it means makes mistake, if you remember. Did you ever mess up during an important game? Have you ever done anything that took guts? Have you ever did anything that took guts, that you needed some encouragement there? You were so courageous there. Have you ever did anything that's dangerous, but you did it because you have guts? I have the vocabulary down pat. How about you? I have the vocabulary down pat. If you remember, it means perfect. How about you? So come up maybe with more questions using the terms that we've learned throughout the real talk. Ask and answer with your colleague and vice versa. Maybe he'll ask you and you answer the questions. So about the conversation here, we have 4 questions here. Where are Barry and his coach? Where are they? How does Barry feel at first? How does Barry feel at first? Was he nervous? Was he confident? Of course, you remember. How does his coach help him? What did his coach do to help him? What's the problem at the end? So, where are Barry and his coach? How does Barry feel at first? How does his coach help him? What's the problem at the end? So we have 4 questions here about the conversation. So let's listen to the conversation again and try to look for the answers for these 4 questions. Let's listen again.
After 2 years of training, we're finally at the regional skating competition. How does it feel, Barry?
Actually, not so good. I'm not sure I'm up for this.
What are you talking about?
What if I mess up?
You're not going to mess up. You've been practicing day and night. You have your routine down pat. Skating in front of those judges is going to be a piece of cake. Now, I want you to take a deep breath and exhale. Trust me, you're going to knock their socks off.
Do you really think so?
You bet. I have total confidence in you. You have the guts and the talent to win this competition. There is no doubt in my mind that you can do it.
Okay, I feel better. I'm psyched.
You'll be on in a few minutes. You should get your skates on. Where are your skates?
My skates? Oh no, I left them in the car.
So now that we have listened again to the conversation, let's answer the questions. The first one, where are Barry and his coach? Where are they? Are they in the restaurant? Are they at home? So let's see the correct answer here. They are at an ice skating competition. Of course, Barry is about to go skating the competition. They are at an ice skating competition. How does Barry feel at first, in the beginning? How does he feel? Not in the ending, in the beginning. How does Barry feel in the beginning? Was he nervous? Was he confident? Was he scared? Yes, let's see the correct answer here. He is nervous. He is nervous. How does his coach help him? So how does his coach help him? Of course, his coach helped him. So how did he do that? Let's see the correct answer here. His coach encourages him and gives him more confidence. So he kept pep talking him. So he kept encouraging him, giving him more confidence until, of course, in the ending, he felt more relaxed, more confident to go to the competition. He said, I have confidence in you. You have guts. You have what it takes to win the competition. What's the problem at the end? If you see the end of the conversation, there was a slight problem. What was it? Of course, Barry was nervous and Barry forgot his skates in the car. Because he was nervous, he forgot his skates in the car. Excellent. So jumping here to your turn, role play with a partner. Pretend you're about to do something you are nervous about, such as take an important exam or give a presentation in front of the class. Your partner will offer encouragement and express confidence in you. So role play, you trying to do something that maybe you're not confident about it. Again, role play with a partner. Pretend you're about to do something that you are nervous about. Maybe taking an exam, maybe speaking in front of the class, something that makes you nervous. And your friend will try to encourage you. So role play like that. And also the question here, what makes you nervous? Does the exam make you nervous? The final exam maybe makes you nervous, and so on. So try to think what makes you nervous. So maybe you can try to overcome it. And your friend, of course, will try to encourage you, maybe giving you some pep talk to make you more confident about yourself. Of course, role play, and then after you finish, try to other way around. You try to encourage your friend. Encouraging and expressing confidence in someone. So this chart here will help you how to encourage or express confidence in someone. You say, I know you can do it. You don't say, I guess you can do it. You say, I know you can do it. I have confidence in you. I have faith in you. This is great here. There's no question in my mind that you can do it. When you say, there's no question in my mind, I don't doubt you at all. There's no question in my mind that you can do it. You've got what it takes. You've got what it takes. You can say also, you'll do great. You're going to knock him dead or knock their socks off. You're going to knock him dead, or you say you're going to knock their socks off. Of course, this is an expression that you're going to dazzle them. You're going to do wonderful things that makes them surprised. So all of these expressions here that you can tell to someone, you can give to someone to encourage them and make them confident about themselves. So a question here, which expression does the coach use to encourage Barry? Which one from here, which one did the coach use to make Barry to gain Barry's confidence in himself? Again, the question here, what expressions does the coach use to encourage Barry? Which one from here, maybe one, maybe more than one, did he use? Let's see the answer here. You're going to knock their socks off. Also, I have total confidence in you. There's no doubt in my mind. So he used 3 here. You're going to knock their socks off. I have total confidence in you. Not I have confidence, I have total 100% confidence in you. There's no doubt in my mind that you can do it. And with that, we have reached the end of this lesson. See you next lesson, inshallah. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم.